Hey everybody, it's Michael Harding of Blockchain Sensei with Dominica, and we're here
Hi
filming
guys.
another special episode of technical analysis for Voice of Crypto.
Exciting this week because there's been a lot of movement in the crypto markets. So we're gonna have a look at the big movers and let you guys know what we think about the charts.
Yep. So the disclaimer is already done. So we don't have to do that. So after the disclaimer, let's go and have a look at what's happening with the markets. So at the moment, this is on the 1 hour time frame for the S&P 500, which is the main market, as we know, has been in a bit of a downward trend.
Oh wow.
And now, what are you seeing here, Dom?
I mean, we've been looking at this trend for a while. So we can where you can see the red arrows, that's where we've kind of predicted that it was gonna follow that trend line downwards. So now it's hitting that trend line perfectly. It's coming up to it again. So we're just gonna have to see if it breaks it and goes up or if it's gonna resist it and go down again. So,
What's
but this time, I think the difference is this uptrend.
Mhm. And it's
That's
broken
quite
the
nice.
200 moving average. I think
Oh yeah.
why I'm very convinced it's going to pull back is recently we've had the earnings week is due to come now.
Mm.
So all the companies are going to be reporting on how they've did for the last 3 quarters.
Oh no.
So
And as we know, things have not been the greatest.
yeah.
A lot of companies have struggled with revenue. We've seen a lot of earning reports where they have struggled to keep up the number of customers, and which obviously affects the revenue.
Mhm.
Especially in the last quarter with prices going up and consumers not wanting to spend their additional money on things like technology and kind of clothing, things like that. A lot of big companies are seeing a big difference in revenue.
And that obviously has a part to play on Bitcoin. If um, the stock market is up, Bitcoin tends to also be up. We can see this really clear support line on this is Bitcoin's market cap, and we've had this spike that
Should
everyone's
move
talking
this.
about at the moment. So let's have a look at how much money that actually is if we go from the bottom, which was the 30th of December, up to the most recent candle. That was
30%. No,
yeah,
31.5%.
yeah, which is crazy. That's more gains
Mm,
than the entire market made, the entire stock market made last year in the first
wow.
month of Jan.
So that's a good start of the year. I mean, as you can see, that's 99.3 billion
Yeah, that's a lot of
that
money.
was put into the Bitcoin. No, is that what was put into Bitcoin, or is that
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
difference?
That's
That was what's what put in.
yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy. So obviously we have seen a lot of industrial adoption in 2022, and as you can see, that is not retail people buying Bitcoin, that is industrial whales, some big players getting into the crypto
Yeah.
this year. So
This is the
that might
price.
be, yeah.
When we look at the price, we're now around just over the 20 mark. We've got a red candle, so we can see that it's pulling back slightly
Mm-hmm.
now. And this RSI was crazy. It's at like
Yeah.
90. So we would expect a pullback here. For me, I'm expecting like an ABC movement. So I'm expecting, let me see if I can do it on here.
ABC pattern. There you go.
It's gonna let me do it with this. Edit correction wave. Here we go. So I'm expecting like a probably to there,
Mm-hmm.
back up there, and then down to about there.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it's gonna go back down to the lows.
Yeah, I think we'll get back down to here at least around 16,000. Because there's a really great support line, as you can see there. If you look at
Mm-hmm.
it, you can see it
Yeah,
just
definitely. Oh,
oh
there you
there.
go. And especially if the S&P bounces of that trend line that I do feel like Bitcoin was very likely to follow.
The highest to see this going is this 29 mark.
Which is gonna, if it goes to
here.
the 29 mark, people will go a bit crazy. But that's the problem. We need to remember not to get caught in this bear trap.
Yeah, definitely.
Bear trap or bull trap? Bear trap.
It'd be a bull trap. This
a bull trap. Yeah, so bull trap meaning that you see a little bit of movement, you get a bit excited, you get in the trade or you get into the investment, buy a little bit of it or a lot of it, and it's a trap because it will just go against your position. So please be careful and don't just buy the top. Just follow, do your analysis, and don't just follow the price action. Yeah,
definitely so. So in terms of the movement that I saw when I was looking at this, I just want to go back to 2018 and you'll see a little area of that just always seems to repeat itself.
It's not me. I'll have to take off the moving average.
Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So I call this the double M dip. So what do I mean by the double M dip? If you look closely, you'll see that the price Bitcoin tends to do this thing when it goes below the 200 moving average. You got like an M shape here, and then a dip, and then it recovers a little bit, does another dip, and then goes up.
Yeah.
So it's a double M dip, really major dip, then it comes up, there was another little double M, dips slightly, then comes up. Now if we look over here, this whole thing is basically that shape again. It's the same shape as here, this double M dip. So what we've got here is double M dip. Do you see it?
Yeah, it is very.
And then another double M,
especially this dip. Sideways action. Like I think on Bitcoin, the sideways action and the pull down has been this time around has been very similar to the 2018.
Yeah.
Even the length of it in 2018, it was just around a year, and on this chart you can see that Bitcoin was on a downtrend for just over a year. Actually, I think it was around 14 months. It just from around, yeah,
from here.
I think it was even before that. I think you should measure.
Oh, you'd say from here?
No, actually no, because it hit the all-time high just after that. So yeah, from all-time high. So from all-time high, when you measure to the current day, that is between 13th of November 21 to 15th of January 23.
Yeah, it's just over a year and a half.
No, it's
428 days.
It's a bit under a year and a half, yeah.
So that's how that's playing out. So let's go and have a look at how it's playing out on Ethereum. So same kind of thing. There's a lot of support and resistance lines here on that I've drawn in on this of the price action I'm expecting to see. You can see that I've got a trade ready to go. The moment that this breaks this, I'm trading this all the way up to 35,000. So my buy-in price on this for my trade is 16,057. But we'll see. I'm expecting, you can see I've drawn this resistance here. I'm expecting a turnaround here, but this is a buying zone for me if we go past the 1611 point. But you can see we literally didn't get past it. So
yeah,
it's not quite a buying zone for me yet.
Would you not wait for a retracement and then buy into it?
No, my zone was just anything above 1611, but it's not done it. So
okay,
because that was enough above the 200 moving average for me. And again, look at this RSI on ETH, 84.
Very crazy.
So you would expect it to come back down to here. I would, because of this really nice resistance that's here, I'd expect it to come back down to around 13,000. Best
1,300.
Yeah, best case scenario 1,142. So and then after that, I don't think you're ever going to see Ethereum back at that price. ever again.
Yeah, these prices are crazy, crazy low, and we only see new projects being built on Ethereum, new companies adopting Ethereum. It's so much
All the time
in the space, like it's just impossible. I feel like there's so much built on Ethereum now and so many places. And yeah, so as we were saying, it's with Ethereum, it's very unlikely that it's going anywhere with so much being built on it, so much adoption of Ethereum, so much use cases. It's very, very unlikely that Ethereum's going to crash to nothing.
Mm-hmm. Very unlikely. And again, if we look at this RSI on Ethereum, it's literally last time it was up here was May 2021, and that was when it was at all-time highs. So that's again suggesting there will be or should be some kind of pullback on Ethereum. So I'm personally not loading my boat on that one. Like I said, this is my buy-in point on Ethereum, just to confirm it's good to buy. Those of you that have been dollar cost averaging, congratulations. If you've been dollar cost averaging for now, you've almost got 100% return on Ethereum. So all those haters saying, oh, sell all your crypto.
No, guys.
If you've been buying since, like, what? Let's see.
In the last month.
September, you'd actually be up now.
Yeah. Even in the last month, there's so many projects that have done over 100%.
Yeah.
So doubling your money. If you looked at it, took your time, saw where the buying points were, it's just good, quick flip.
Yeah. So then when we look at the total crypto market, so this is all the altcoins. Again, we've had this spike, but this spike isn't that far out of the 200 moving average, which is quite interesting. But this spike, the RSI is probably so higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that spike, it's the highest RSI since July 2020.
Wow.
So yeah, I'd expect this to come back down.
Go back again.
Yeah. Again, to around this area here. We can see there's such a nice support here. Now, in hindsight, this was clearly a great buying zone. Now, when you look back, you're like,
it's like a quadruple bottom. And now it's so, this happens all the time where you look back at charts and you see, and you just seeing the green and you're like, oh, it's so obvious. Why didn't I do it? But it just happens. It's normal. You can't get every single trade. It's just going to happen. You're going to be a good trader and to be a good investor, you just have to get used to having that feeling of missing out, because there's always going to be new opportunities.
Yeah, you had all the signs. Look, so you had your low RSI, which was at 23 touch. You had again lower RSI touch, and then again.
Yeah, that was a very obvious trade. I'm sure a lot of people have traded this, so well done.
That would have been just buying altcoins, really. That would have been just accumulating on altcoins. So let's go and have a look at some of those said altcoins. In a minute. So let me go and find which ones are the biggest movers. So we've got Mana, which is decentralized.
Algorand did quite well, I think.
18%. I would have thought Avalanche would have done well as well, because they announced their partnership with Amazon.
Oh, right.
So you said Algorand, so we'll go there. So yeah, Algorand has been absolutely in the dumpster for a while.
Yeah, and that went down to crazy
0.1,
0.15, and now it's at
from
2.3.
an all-time high of 2.8.
Wow,
that's insane gains if you caught the bottom of that to the top. 15x.
Wow. Well, if it hits all-time highs, you 15x up. So
yeah,
I think it's risky, obviously, but
yeah, catching the bottom like that is hard.
Yeah,
even with this plummeted RSI, it's risky to call that. And then Mana. Wow, amazing.
That's on a daily chart. Look how many days in green.
Let's have a look at this. This was
from 0.28 to
149%.
150%, guys.
It's so nostalgic. It like reminds me of what things used to be like when you used to always look at things being 100%.
It was so normal.
Yeah.
Not even long ago.
Oh yeah, this is done 100% in a week. Oh yeah, that was done 100% in a week. It used to just be so normal. So that's those. I think the other one is Fetch
AI.
Let me just find that, because that's definitely in our portfolio, because we did an episode on that.
Fetch. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fetch is pulled back now.
So Fetch, actually, as you can see, it's been a bit more up and down. It's not just been all green, but that's actually a bit more healthy, to be honest.
I was actually, it's so funny. I think when we covered this, I said there'd be the one leg, then a pullback, second leg, and now we should be getting a pullback from that, and then you'll get a third leg, and then it's interesting to see what happens with that third leg.
As I said, that personally, I prefer when that actually is like a triple topple on the RSI.
Yeah, I would be very, very surprised if
Fetch AI stays at the price it is.
Very, very surprised. I'd expect it to get down to around where the MA is.
Yeah.
0.885. Again, all around here, there's a bit of a resistance.
Well, it did actually build a little bit of a resistance on the side, yeah.
From that bottom,
sideways a little bit.
If we ever caught that bottom, it would be 384%.
Yeah, and that's in
on Fetch.
Literally 2 months' time. No, 3 months. From 21st of November to 23rd of January, exactly 3 months.
So for me personally,
100% a month.
These pullbacks, the next pullbacks, that's where I'm going to be buying. The next time that we get any pullbacks and we hit the RSI lows, that's where I'm going to be making my buys, because I think I'm personally going to stick with what I was saying a couple of weeks ago, that the bottom is in. I think we've just got to get through
the next pullback.
And depending on how bad these earnings are, is going to really determine how much these pullbacks are. I'd expect them to be probably bringing things down, not lower than the low here, and it will just hover around here. But let's see what happens. Anything could happen.
Makes a lot of sense. So basically, we're saying wait for the earnings reports on the S&P and the companies in the S&P, and then see how crypto markets react to that. Yeah,
and see how crypto. There's bound to be some stock that's going to make some announcement with crypto. So yeah, let's wait and see. Cool. But yeah, that's that episode. Thank you very much, guys. And thank you very much to Voice of Crypto for letting us from Blockchain Sensei. We're going to have some courses coming out soon. There's going to be some AI workshops as well. Loads and loads of stuff. So you'll be able to just click in the link below. You'll be able to get some additional learning information about technical analysis. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
See you later.
Speak soon. Bye bye.